Yeah.
P3. Oops.
Yeah. So this is Robert Mesa of SLC. Welcome to the stream.
Hi. The two of us are going to be running streams here, kind of just to get different angles, and it's super awesome to be here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still on, to be honest, because triathlons is a track we've never seen before until 2 weeks ago, and now to have an event going will be an absolute honor for us since we haven't had this opportunity in the past. But now with IMRP having such a popularity last year, we'll thank Robert Mesa for the opportunity. But for now, we'll have the feature race to complete. So we're about to roll off for the Outlaw for the grid. Third person cam. Not many people use first person cam, which is kind of interesting. Yeah. Don't. All right. All right. It's time for the roll offs. Going up. NXF. Oh. So 99 RC goes off as NXF is delayed. So Robin is now at the hairpin, so you should be able to catch up.
I'm just gonna coast here.
Oh, of course, this is AFK at the moment. One P3. You great? Right. So everyone's on their grid. Attack side arrives on his post spot.
There's one car there. Are you gonna remove the other 3 cars? Or are you gonna leave? Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah, it's
Just your car by himself.
yeah, wait.
Alright. Got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, of course it's this. Oh, of course it's this DC. Okay.
Let me get the stream that you got going up on window.
Well, we're still missing a good chunk that have no. At least 3 of them have no drivers assigned. Those 3 are 3 Ferraris. 1 from Union, 2 from Dragon Racing Team. Yeah. Number 3 should be Pio. He's not here at the moment.
There we go.
Alright.
This is what's the 60 laps or 65 laps?
65.
Alright. Yeah, that's about an hour.
Yeah, Pio is 8, but he's not here. Yeah, Pio is 8, but he's not here. Brandon is not here either. Don't know who his substitute is. HWG is probably asleep. Pio's asleep. Might be asleep. So Antonio Original's here. We need a couple drivers to move up. Yeah. Ferrari be behind me. Yeah. Okay. So the 45 Ferraris are right in the correct spot. All right. Important stuff. All right. All right. So everyone, turn off your engine. Okay. All right. So it should be starting about 1:08:30. So it'll be ending at 1:08:13. And now 10:08:30 p.m. Yeah. Right. That's your minute of silence. So over a minute of silence, technically. So now it is about time to get racing here for the inaugural IMRP trophy.
Right. Also, again, a reminder that I will be commentating. If you do not want to be hearing someone speaking the entire time, please mute me before I get annoyed. I don't want to be annoying to any of you guys, so it is possible to mute me, right?
Yeah, it's on stream, picking up on my stream.
Yeah. More so this week for the drivers here. If anyone doesn't want to hear commentary, just mute.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm assuming there will be no one left. So now it's time for the grid. On pole position then is the number 18 Team Fate Porsche of the Tech Type 007. This guy made his debut last in the recently finished season. He impressed by putting his car on the podium, and now he's got the chance from Team Fate to race in a Porsche ahead of next season. On the front of the grid then is his future teammate 99RC in the number 29. In the number 29, Corporan, a livery paying tribute to Seeker Motorsport back in 2003 for the 24 Hours of Le Mans. In third position then is the number 47 Nitrotech Competition Porsche, NXT NCs will be starting the car. I can't remember who his co-driver will be. It'll be late for him. Tong Shopper. Yeah, the Indonesian driver will substitute for his and later in the race. In fourth then is Reed, the Mango Kids, who comes being uber competitive the last in heat number 2. They'll put him in fourth position as an even starter. In fifth position is the 33 Arthur Racing BMW of Alex Red 93. Let's see at least one BMW on the grid. Speaking of front engine cars, here is Aston Martin in P6. Okay, number 26 Aston Martin What's it into Aston Martin, driven by what's his name? Hiram FX2. The Bangladesh team hopes they'll make some mods for IMRP mods in the upcoming season and in the trophy. 1, 7. In 7th then is Tony Original and the number 12 Coca-Cola Racing Porsche. That's not the only Coca-Cola Racing Porsche on the grid, as we have his teammate Boston Vibes, who normally raced for Foam Ring and Code Esports. Racing in season 8. Nice, got the opportunity to race for Coca-Cola Racing. If you start that car, you start the 112 Porsche in 8th. 9th then is a Ferrari. That's that one Ferrari that will start the race. Jay Versus will drive the number 45. Of course, a Ferrari. In 10th then, with ultimate spot, is Upcosis, the Indonesian, now a veteran in IMRP. We'll put the Golden Motorsport BMW in a decent position. And in 11th then is the Freedom Racing Chevrolet Corvette C8R. T7 Jake will start the car as the Christian said church, but you will see him later in the race as a co-driver for the number 41 Toyota. So that's your grid for the inaugural IMRP Trophy. And now we're just about to get ready to rumble. Right. This needs to be in a decent position. Alright.
Driver's now preparing on the grid as the lights in a few moments will be turning all red and then all black. Currently enjoying a can of Creek Energy as we're bringing up this grid. And that should highlight the rest of the day.
Alright, so we're about to get... Alright, everyone is all ready. It is about time. So the features of first reminder, 1 mandatory pit stop. So, and no driver stops mandatory. So, if anyone's in a different time zone, it's about who's near their bedtime and it's like co-driver, please do so. It'll be around an hour, I think. So this should be all good. Alright. Alright. What's... Alright. Alright. Yeah, it's gonna be top 1 to turn 1. Alright, we're about to get racing for the first time here at Track Worlds. The IMRP trophy is going.
Looks like a great start for T7 Jake. Porsche now all the way in the back. I think that was the one that started in 4th place. As Aston Martin making the way up the hill, they're now side by side for the lead through Fil Rouge. For the 2nd place spot, I think there's actually 3 cars there. T7 Jake actually making up ground through the inside there. As there's a huge wad of cars, they make their way through the club sector around to the carousel. Aston Martin still side by side. I think that might be Oceana.
Oceana down the take, and if the opening driver takes the lead, as look behind 99 RCs. Oh, it was a big swap without the hairpin, and Upcosis will take 2nd place. It's now nearing the Nichibotsu McLaren. This is pretty close.
Lights are green. I'm sorry about that one.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, well, as it goes, the first leader will be Oceana. Or we know, well, yes it will. Sorry.
Oh, someone's flipped. Tony Original in the 12th. That's a flip down chicane. My goodness. Yes, I can't imagine how big that of a flip that was.
Well, up for the lead, 99RC and Oceana side by side. He's going to make the way down to the hairpin. And looks like Oceana's going to get away with it. The Aston Martin there of Coast, excuse me. Is it Upcosis or Giram? It's Giram. Giram's the Aston Martin driver. Sorry, still getting used to these names.
So down the chicane. Oh, mistake from Alex Red. He goes wide the exit of the chicane. That's gonna cost him several positions, unfortunately. But T7 Jake is picking up some ground. He's now in the top 10. But that's not gonna last long, as NC's and the Nitro Check Porsche is looking behind the Freedom Racing Corvette. And outside, there's a 4-car battle at the moment.
Currently for the podium, actually, mind you. Has made the way through the carousel. That is, looks like Astera and a few other cars. Still trying to figure them out. Astera, though, to the point, as there's 3 wide through the hairpin as they exit. Astera to the point.
99RC right behind the Coca-Cola Racing Porsche, and up close is within the tail of the 2 Porsches. Remember, these Porsches, big lose from both of them, but Buster Bligh's got the worst of it. But he stays third.
Can't stress enough how scary it is seeing a car going on grass here. Most other classes, thank goodness these things can manage the grass. But when you go in the grass in most cars, it's death. It's death. But
Indeed.
These things handle pretty good.
They were pretty well trained, but either were made for several circuits on the calendar last in the season.
Someone's out. 99RC.
99RC club was the inside wall of the hairpin. That's gonna cost them a lot. My goodness, the front row starter has had a problem down the hairpin, and now it's behind the Freedom Racing Corvette for a brief moment, but it's now repassed it.
Elkos is picking up ground here on 99RC. They make their way through the final turn. 99RC goes wide. Here's Upcosis now side by side into turn 1, I believe. Did I get a lag spike?
Yeah, lag spikes can be quite bad.
I'm American, so everything I see is just amplified.
Yeah.
So, it looks like 99RC is going to run away with it, but though they go a little bit wide, Upcosis not out of reach here. There's Astera also not far behind. As Upcosis now making a move into the hairpin, they make their way out. Upcosis now ahead of 99RC.
Attack tie.
Attack time?
More like.
Time. Oh, that's attack time.
Yeah, it's a time.
Sorry, 2 really good white Porsches. Very
you can. Well, good thing you can distinction, but with the banners and the with the side mirrors.
Let's see. I see. Black one is okay. Black and white mirrors. Okay. Meanwhile, they make the way up the hill. Upcosis, I believe, there was itching. Oh, what happened to Upcosis? They must have had a lag spike, or what happened? Yeah,
I think.
Frozen on track.
Oh, I think he's disconnected. So, oh my goodness, it's happened to him in season 8, and now that's gonna put him out of contention for a good while. So Tech Tie inherits second, and also Bison inherits third. So Kosis has virtually disconnected from the game. And unfortunately, that's happened to him again in a trophy. Someone's off, and 99RC in the wall at the chicane. It was just catching up to the Arthur Racing BMW, and up to 8th. As opposed to disconnected.
In here with Nitz, they make their way up the hill. And it looks like Nitz is going to make their way by T7 Jake. For practically having 0 practice here, T7 Jake has been pulling out pretty well, as they're racing currently for 7th place.
Right, Opposis should be on now. Opposis is now back on. It's now underway again. And at the moment, it's Reed Mega Kids with a pretty huge gap from attack time by 4.8 seconds. But Buster Vibes is not too far behind from the Teamfight Porsche. Impressive one so far from Project Interest. From Project Interest.
They make their way up the hill. Outs Red, tap the wall in turn 1. G7 Jake, you also see side by side. with Nitz. Is it Nitz? I don't know how to pronounce that name other than Nitz.
And except NCs. And Nice. T7 Jake now substituting for Apprusian. Trying to hold off the Nitrotech Porsche. This is a battle for actually for 8th position.
Oh,
And Tony
meanwhile,
Naruto.
sorry. There's something in the hairpin that's kind of cool.
What?
Nothing crazy. Still a battle going on down the hill. As T7 Jake making a dive bomb into the chicane. We're gonna see who's getting ahead on the exit. Looks like it's gonna be Jake.
9 and RC catching up to the Project Interior Aston. Good run so far from Europe FX2. Remember, this guy almost started 7th yesterday in heat number 1. He was a position by half a car length. So that's got revenge from RP Racing. It's now well ahead of that BMW by not a huge margin, but otherwise it's above the front engine counts. Nine RC's passed, gear in full position, so the Philippine driver is making up some ground. T7 Jake still holding up very well, albeit in 8th position. Jay Vissers in the 8th post of Ferrari still holding up very well. Oh, not so much. I said that he goes off, huge off at the chicane, and a big mistake from the Dutch driver. He gets going, but at what cost? He loses a ton of time there in the chicane. Of course, this is now up on the lead lap again. So next up, and you see still holding off the Freedom Racing Corvette as the Nitrotech Porsche is starting to catch up the 33 BMW as it goes. Oh no, never mind. That threw me off. That looks like the Jin threw me off like several times searching.
T7 Jake closing in a little bit here again on the. I think that's a Porsche head of Nitz Finis or.
And it's Evans. And it's Evans.
And that's. Thank you. Alright. But seemingly backing off through the carousel. And no further action. I think that's the time, though. Assuming he hops up on the hairpin. There is. Never mind. I thought there's some pretty big rubber banding going on from my POV, so I was a little bit off, but we're all good. T7 Jake now moving, that's rubber banding. T7 Jake closing in as they're making their way into the front stretch, and Jake gonna a little bit above the sausage curve, homing in like a SAM missile. That's probably not a good joke, but got the American car.
The positive vibes are starting to pick up the pace now. It's only 1.4 seconds from attack time. So, oh, beach flip. And that's Jay versus again at the chicane. This time we result in a flip. So the Dutch driver has had a forward start to his IMRP trophy so far. My goodness. But nonetheless, we're still glad we got an Air Force of Ferrari on track for the future race. But unfortunately, that's going to unravel real bad for Jay Vissers as he goes straight to the pits. So he's the first car straight to the pits. I'll go back to the action right now. As Foster Buck's now up to second. No, up to second, and as attack tie is losing some ground as he tries to get past the number 12 Porsche as Tony Oates just hits the wall at the exit of the hairpin. And Jay Versus goes out of the pits. So a quick pit stop from the Dutchman he gets passed once again by Reed the Magnet, hits the return leader. And leader. He has a pretty decent gap for 5.3 seconds, so not a huge gap by any means, but Boston Bites is
It's
starting to make up some
because
ground.
they made a move got by Alex Red there, off screen. I think for the both of us. T7 Jake also right there. Might see a 3-car battle. Here's Jake with a good looking run up Faux Rouge.
Also, had a mistake down turn 1. That's going to open the door for T7 to make a move. Down to turn 4. This is pretty close. Oh, over the curves. And then going to give T7 the position.
Jake now through the carousel, back in 8th place. Or actually, I believe 7th place. The next target is going to be Enet's Finis, or it's a cardinal sin for me to pronounce their name. So, should I even try it this one? Anyways, we like Alex Red trying to go side by side once again with Jake through the chicane. They are rubber banding a lot, so from my perspective, it is a little bit tough to figure out what's going on. Alex Red taps the wall off the final turn, and there goes 7th place back to Jake. So Jake closing in for the 6th place position, Porsche.
Nitro Tech is in danger now as T7 Jake is starting to reel in the back of the Nitro Tech Porsche. As they try to pass number 12 Topical Racing Porsche, so the original trap behind the cars on the lead lap. And it's still trapped
So
and
Jake side by side for 6th place as they make the way to turn 1 with Porsche.
It's a pretty close side by side on my screen. I think T7 Jake gets to run uphill up Falhouche. And he tries to get past the number 12 Porsche. And except is still trapped. It's trying to get around him, but he's still struggling to get to shake the number 12 Porsche off. And Ericsson will have to bow him down hairpin, and he clears him. So T7 Jake up to 6th, and N7 loses a couple of tenths to the number 12 Porsche. But a valiant effort nonetheless from
Jake
the 41.
into the grass. That's going to now make the Porsche go side by side. As they make the way through the front straightaway, still running side by side. The Porsche looking like they're picking a little bit ahead of T7 Jake.
Oh, because 10x hits the wall turn 1. That's going to give T7 P6 back.
Alex Bright now in the picture, or sorry, Alex Red in the picture. As they're through the club sector, it could be, did I say Alex Bright? I am terribly sorry. Sound like,
so Alex... Yep.
It's like Alex from RCA, isn't it?
Yeah. It sounds like Alex from Bruce. Yeah, it sounds like Alex from Ruska, but it's not Alex from Ruska. It's Alex Red 93, the Italian driver.
Brain's not burning today. I just woke up.
Yeah. It's like, to be honest, when I saw your profile, I thought you were Alex. Genuinely thought you were Alex.
I'm the less
for a while. Yes. Yes, you're the least chaotic guy with that profile picture. I swear to God.
If I'm the least chaotic, I don't want to meet the most chaotic. Alright,
yeah.
Looks like a little bit of ground here being broken in on Jake. Once again, the Porsche really closing in as they're making their way through the carousel.
We're making hits with a pretty decent gap. So the gap between the leader and the second place Porsche, 7 seconds. But meanwhile, for T7 Jake, he's still trying to fend up before we send Nitrotech Porsche down game, and it's gonna have a better run.
I believe there could be something stirring up between the two mighty Porsches out there, 9RC and a Tacti. Making their way through carousel, and both Porsches pretty close to each other. Not quite in the picture of a battle though.
Yeah. 2-second gap between the team fight Porsches, so don't expect me to have a battle just yet. But at the moment, we're going to focus on the back of the grid.
Well, one thing I think Jake has over a good amount of these drivers here is experience. He's raced since pretty much race 1 on this track, so I think that's it's kind of his local track in a lot of ways. So
Indeed, very experienced driver. He's been here since the day the track opened.
pretty much
So,
since 2020.
Yep.
So that Porsche looking. The Porsche might be gaining some speed up the hill.
Yeah, 27 just didn't have the optimal view with that.
Porsche closing in as
But-
they're heading into the carousel.
Everything himself peeking inside the 41. Can the purple Corvette even hold them off as Hiram FX2 is heading the way of the battle? Oh, T7 didn't get the run. And it's going to open the door for X to retake the position. This is pretty tight with T6. As Hiram doesn't seem to be letting off until pit stops come. The exit fixes the wall exit turn 1. That's gonna open the opportunity once again for T7 Jake. So heads down to turn 4, heading up to the carousel. And go down the inside. Can you stick? I don't think it did. I see. Oh, it nicks the wall to exit turn 5. He tries to make the hairpin. And he's still behind Magitek Porsche.
Looks like things to sell themselves out for that battle for the time being. We'll see in a couple laps if anything changes.
So Hiram's still trapped behind the Air Force of Ferrari. The project interested lot, remember. Had a pretty good start. He was in the lead at 1 point on the first lap. Oh, as it goes over the curves down to turn 3. And it's gonna, well, that cost him time. It's gonna be able to pound and go
Looks
around
like
the
Alex
Air
Webb
Force
doing
of
a
Ferrari.
sideways pit stop.
Oh, what's happened here? Alex red 93 inside, make a pit stop in that exact position. Oh, he's retired. He's retired. My good. So that should be our first retirement of the race. As he retires that car. So that means only one BMW is left. That is the dual turbo sport BMW of Costa. It's just a lap down. This guy only qualified for the race. Was able to race since he didn't, even though he didn't get to qualify last night, at least for me. So the Paseo sponsored Lothar Motorsport BMW is on track in 8th position. Is now a position out after Alex Reds' retirement. Albeit the first car a lap down.
Looks like field's a little bit spread out by now.
It's a little spread out.
Yep. On the one side,
And
that
that-
is pretty good for lag reasons. It does get pretty laggy here when there's a bunch of cars on track. Then again, could just be the GTI cars, which are just crazy. Um,
90 BMW wins the front spot. Global won 1 second 21st spot like 5 years.
okay.
Oops. Oops, I didn't realize that I can myself. Hello. Nine RC start to run on positive vibes. Oh, well, it's got a 2-second gap to make up.
As of last lap, they were a little bit faster, but judging by the time, yeah. So 9NRC is going to be closing in little by little on I think that's was it East? Is that Astera? I believe. Yes, it is.
Yeah, positive vibes.
Man, they went all the way from the back to the front. Good job on them.
Yeah. Then you expect Coca-Cola Racing to have a decent position. So Tech Tie 007 with the fastest lap of the feature race. 51.781, good left from the Thai driver, obviously from Taiwan. But it's all the way back in fourth position. Then some 8 seconds behind from his teammate. So we should expect to see him again once the pit stops commence. Still strapping again to make for positive vibes. Trying to get around his teammate and up closest as they head down the chicane.
G7 Jake falls a lap down. And off screen he's falling to 7th place.
And apparently the original dives in the pits, so the number 4 shot straight into the pits. And he's overshot his pit box. So unfortunately, the Spaniard has completely overshot his pit box by a couple blocks. But otherwise, he's in his pit box. So a huge mistake from not turning original, even though it's like 2 laps down. He's still ahead of G wrestlers in the, of course, the Ferrari. So nothing too major. Well, that was a major mistake. He's still ahead of the Ferrari.
The gap between 9RC and Astera is slowly being closed down on.
So positive vibes, trying to pass the ultimates for the BMW. Down the inside. And gonna have the exit speed. He does. He goes side by side down the chicane.
You're saying that Porsche's coming in very menacingly. Extremely menacingly. 9RC just, I don't know, at least in my POV, it's like they're lurking there like a predatory animal just about to pounce on its prey. So this is only about a second gap between those two. So something is being done by 9RC like for the last lap.
Yeah. Yeah, only a decent gap. Let's see. Yeah, positive by 7 was less than 1 second. So 9RC is starting to reel in the Coca-Cola Racing Porsche.
Check the board real quick. By lap times, they're definitely closing in hot. Just push his car as hard as he can, just trying to get up.
G7J is blocking the 112 as he moves over for the 112.
Upcoast not far behind for Jake either.
Ooh, those a little bit of a time slot from 99RC.
Alright, we got 2 of the battles on the track about to happen, I believe, release the closest cars. Upcoast is closing in on T7 Jake, the 2 of them about to go side by side. I thought they were, but it was just a rubber band. They're not going through the carousel. With Upcoast is about to bumper away from T7 Jake. Running it now side by side, making their way down the hill to the hairpin, and it looks like we're going to have to wait for things to settle themselves. I think Jake has fallen back into 8th place.
So the Indonesian is slowly making up some ground in the go to BMW. Not bad for his first time here alone. Remember, a lot of these drivers are or first time to wounds, and T7 Drake goes straight to the pits. So Gear 1 at pit win at all times as he's completely missed his pit box by several blocks, but he's gonna go stop at the team fake pit box. Yeah, you do. It's towards the end, but Alvarez are fine. So T7 Jake still in 8th.
Last time he raced a GT car on loans, he got into a little trouble. He was swapping a car during the SLC GTI race, and
We have heard of that.
yeah, a little bit of the argument sparked off between us after that. But good to see him running in another class. Hopefully this will go a little better for him.
Yeah. So 1.2 second gap between the two Porsches. I suppose this is really in the back of the 29 Team Pack Porsche, albeit one lap down. Attack Twice just not having the race of this way. He's currently 18 seconds behind his teammate, so I wonder if he's
here's the
having
move
trouble.
for second place. Side by side
Oh.
down the back straight, I believe. For a second.
Oh
there.
my god.
Right on
Oh
the
my
bumper
goodness.
now. Here goes IMRP on Astera. They make the way through the chicane. Outside of the chicane, it looks like Astera is going to be rounded up the inside as 9RC trying to make a move through the blind line. That's when cars run through the final turn on the sausage curbs. Very unique line, very risky, and it worked for 9RC. They make their way up Beau Rouge, and it looks like it's going to go pretty well there. He's currently second place. See a car teleport right through the camera.
Classic.
Through the carousel. And I think 99RC has solidified his second place spot for the time being. Hairpin coming up now.
So the original is the lap car, he's gonna move over, and 99RC steals the spot from Positive Vibes. Oh, big boost from Tony Original. That was a big loss. Down the chicane, but that's bad.
And NRC again takes the wide line on the final turn. Those are the famous quotes of Arisnetta there. That's the line that got her second place last time she was racing with the mid-car class, Miata International 20 Series. And it worked out for her, and it seems so far it worked out for NRC. He's got to hold off Astera as they're now going through the carousel.
Also is starting to reel in back of the 29 now as they go down the hairpin.
There's a wall top there for 9NRC. I think that's Astera now running them through, and they get back into second place.
And then Alcosa's a lapped car. He's in the middle of it. He's gonna have a fun time watching these two drivers duke it out for second position.
I should also mention we're slowly approaching the halfway point of today's race.
This is very close, so Positive's gonna have to try to hold 99RC off as they head down down the second sector, down the carousel, side by side for a moment there. And 99 gets the advantage as Positive tries to get the better line. He does not. As they head down, as they race down the hairpin. Oh, very close. And Positive's very close to the wall. That's the Macau line, so I like to call it. And that kind of paid off for Positive Vibes. So it's the Philippines. It's the Philippines. So it's the Philippines versus the Philippines for second position. My goodness. But 99RC seals that position. And two cars have gone to the pits and up and Sevenese and Guram. So Guram's completing his pit stop and NXF just finishes pit stop, so a driver change. A driver change for the first time ever at Loans. At least for the trophy. And should be up on Shapigun, of Indonesian veteran, making his unofficial IMRP debut here at the trophy.
Come to mention, the The only cars on the lead lap are currently the top 4. Of course, I don't think any of them pitted, so that's about to change.
Yeah, that'll change soon as once these guys start to pit. So read the main kids. Otherwise, let's dominate this race. Huge gap. Not so huge now as it's got 14.6 seconds. And Positive Blast is starting to struggle a little bit. As he has the go-to moves for BMW on his mirrors. Of course, it's in the top 5. Gear FX as Gear FX2 had a pit stop. And Jay Versus has decided to retire the 45 airports of Ferrari, so that means no Ferraris are left. And Trophy as you're next to the wall on the entry turn 5. He's about to get passed by Tony on track. No, he's gonna try to hold him off. He's gonna use the speed of the Aston Martin down the back straight. Down the chicane, he's gonna try to pass him on track. Grissom as the Spider goes flying. Huge mistake from 99RC allows Foster Buzz to retake second. As I just realized now he basically messed up his run to turn 1.
You did mess
My
up turn 1,
goodness.
smacked the wall pretty good up there. I actually saw it, and I wasn't sure what to say. I was surprised, frankly. Now it's the carousel into the hairpin, and looks
Side by side for a moment as they race down the hairpin.
that's a nice crossover.
That's a pretty nice move from Positive Vibes. He's currently the top Philippine driver at the moment, in second. No, 1, 2, 3 are Filipino drivers.
Start mentioning the blind lines like these two know what that is now.
Yeah.
Trying to get any bit of speed. It is a risky move, and sometimes it might not work at all. But they are also, meanwhile, closing in, I think, a little bit on the leader. 2 of them only 6 seconds behind. I think a lap or 2 ago, they were like 7 or more. So, as they cross it over through the carousel, just maintaining their side-by-side action.
This is quite gonna get tied down the hairpin. Ooh, very close. Will that move stick though for Positive Vibes? I say race down the chicane. Ooh, a little bit of a chunk suffer from Positive. That can allow 99RC with a better exit. We try to pass him, but to no avail as they race down the final corner. Slide by slide on the front straight. Oh, that was pretty close.
Maintaining side-by-side up the hill, they're Faux Rouge. They're going to cross it over, I think, the 99RC Porsche. He's just, he's backed off a little bit. They're rubber banding, so I'm a shed.
Yeah. Attack Titan is starting to make up some ground. 18.2 second gap from the leader, Read the Mega Kids. It's only 13 seconds behind from teammate 99RC. So we should be expecting the Thai driver to make up some ground finally. After being well behind for at least for several laps. So we're about to work on lap 41.
Mind you, these guys haven't pitted yet, so they're doing something. They're doing something a lot different than the other cars. Could be just trying not to pit, just to not pit, and they got like a whole lap ahead of everyone else that hasn't pitted yet. So that's a whole 50 seconds that would have to be lost.
Yeah.
Maybe in their minds, you're kind of figuring out if it's worth to do a pit stop or not. I don't think you got fuel in these scenes, right?
Yeah. No.
There's one mandatory pit stop though, isn't there?
Yeah, there's like 1 mandatory pit stop. So far, at least a couple of drivers have done their mandatory pit stops. So we're still waiting on Telford to pit at all. So you look over now for the battle for P2 still.
The car length separating those two.
It's the single car lane. Oh, Boston gets a bad run to turn 1 and it's going to allow opening the door for 99RC. Attack Thai is starting to make up some ground finally. It's only 11 seconds.
like to also mention, I think that gap went from 6 seconds to 4 seconds from Oceana at the lead. You know, they're running side by side, making their way into the hairpin.
And starting to reel on read the mega kits, so the McLaren should feel that tire fall off. Oh, as 99RC taps the wall.
Oh,
The
that's a
chicane has a
leader!
big flip. That's a big flip
The
for our
leader
lead
is
for
flipped.
our for our long time leader read the manga kits.
That turns this
Has
battle
hit.
for second to the battle of the lead. Here they go, they're turn 1, side by side. Now we got the excitement up.
Oh my goodness me! That's gonna turn the race around. As read the manga kids has a 7-second gap to make up. And now attack time is real again in the McLaren.
Meanwhile, for the lead, well, they were just crossing over for a little bit there. They're now through the hairpin. Again, side by side for a little bit. And looks like 99RC takes the lead of this race, secures it. But that Porsche of Astera, still keep in mind, they are racing with every bit of their energy trying to get it back. And they haven't. These two have just been going with each other the whole time. Only a half second separate the two cars as they make their way up the hill.
This is exciting stuff. We've seen these guys juke it out for the position. That's some great racing right there.
Tacti,
So
meanwhile,
far.
closing in on Oceana.
With the main kids struggling a little bit as lookout, the poster for the people of the trophy is ruined the back of the McLaren. Huge. A wide goes the number 14 McLaren, and unfortunately the
Up
Nichibots
for the lead.
race.
Hey, there's a little bit of crossover in the chicane. Astera closing in once more. The two of these guys. There's two battles. Pick the battle you want to watch. Jeez, that's great. Both
As they go
pits.
straight to the pit,
Both
straight to the pits.
in the pits. What about the rest of them?
So, is it going to be cash money? Who knows?
Your pole sitter now gets back to the lead, although right side by side for a bit there. There's Oceana trying to get it back. Oceana's going to fall back off of turn 1 with that mistake. Meanwhile, up in the pit lane.
And cash
RC
money.
back.
And 99RC with the cash money pit stop as he goes ahead from positive bias by a decent margin. To look back for the net leader, attack tie, who was nowhere near the race leaders at one point.
Keep in mind,
And
99RC and Astera have yet to pit.
They pitted now.
No, sorry, I meant to say attack tie and Oceana.
Yeah, attack tie. Read the main.
Sorry,
Read the main
sorry.
kicks. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sorry. My brain's not.
Yeah, it's just that happens every time. So now just the two cars who are net first and second have yet to pit. So they need a catch many pit. So it's a huge mistake from Reed the Bank hits as he didn't get the exit that he needed for turn 1. And Tony originally served the drive-through penalty even though it does not actually exist. He's now slowing by behind his teammate on track. He's a couple laps down. Now he's 4 laps down from his Philippine teammate.
25 or 20 laps to go. We're in the last closing stage. I think we're in the last third or something around that. And this is when things usually get really intense in the race.
Yeah.
All depends on whether these two are going to hold off or not. You know, every lap you run is another lap that they're going to get closer to you.
Yep.
So
oh,
you gotta
as this. Sorry to interrupt you there. That was Reed the Mega Kids hitting AC next to the wall and the entry to pit lane. And attack tie as the own driver left still yet to pit.
Oh, you clipped the tire barrier.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yikes.
He hit the wall and the entry to pit lane. My goodness me.
Attack tie drifting around the hairpin, as that is also a pretty well-known strategy. That just, in a way, it's actually faster to drift it than to take it normally. Are they going to go
Yeah.
into pits? They're the last person out. They've actually made their gap a little bit bigger with the rest of the field, despite their tires being as dead as they are.
Might be impressive effort from Attack Titan at the moment. He's a net race leader by a decent margin. And yeah, still 10 seconds. So expect Attack Titan to hit in several laps. With VJ. Alright, sorry, I had to type it because someone requested seat ring from my seat from MRP. But at the moment, Attack Tie seems to found like consistency even on old tires. So no surprises if he chooses to stay out for the next couple laps.
That gap is about the same, so they're not losing or gaining time with 99RC.
Yeah, exactly the same gap. My goodness. Their their recent times are only 1/10, what a tenth difference. So even though old tires, 99 R attack tires is still on the 52s, on the world 52s. My impressive effort from the tire driver so far.
They're driving around the track like they're on a rally car, just sliding every single corner. But they're in control when they're sliding. I could actually almost argue that's four-wheel drifting. So something about their driving style just really likes these dead tires.
Yeah, these of course have a side effect though. The, their tires tend to last not longer than
That's a gap that's been closed down a little bit.
9.3 seconds. So imagine attack time we need to pit in a couple laps from now. Gurum FX2 still the first for a lap down, but he's still leading the front engine car at the moment. I suppose is trying to reel in on T7 Jake.
T7 Jake reeling up and up, coasts up the hill. Jake trying to see if he can get 6th place back. And if he goes all the way back to 6th place, without I really don't think he even practiced these cars. So this is a learning experience for him. But he's adapted actually a lot better than I have. I suck with these cars.
I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised T7 Jake actually adapted them real quick. And he's up to P7 from P11. That car, remind you, was P13. P13 on the grid. So a decent effort from Freedom Racing. Get the car. Get the Corvette to P7. He's not the last car a lap down. He's currently the third last car a lap down. That's high.
Stays away from the pit still.
Oh, huge sideways moment from the tech time. Oh my goodness me. How are you still not spinning in attack time? I'm impressed. I'm genuinely impressed.
My man is
Still
fueling
10
this car.
Yeah, it's still 10-second gap. This guy is a mad lad for staying that for so long. My goodness me. So Team Faith has sealed a 1-2 so far as we're about to work on lap number 53.
Tacti still out of the pits. Let's see what that gap looks like this time.
Can imagine on how that was very close for both the Team Faith Porsches. Attack time nearly hit the wall during the exit turn 1. Still a 10-second gap. It's still a 10-second gap. So these drivers have similar driving styles. Mine obviously just lost it quite a bit.
It's almost at 11 seconds actually.
It's it was supposed to be in 11 seconds once they crossed the line. And that tie might stay out for the next couple of laps, I think. When it's time to pit.
Let's just hope that if he spins out, that can make their strategy they're trying to run in a lot worse for him.
Yeah.
But they know how to control their car just by how loose it is. That's honestly pretty good.
They adapted the driving sub based on the very unusual, because of the unusually quick quicker. So he's lost nothing. It's like he lost nothing.
His car was a lot looser visibly, but
he's slightly over 3 tenths faster than his teammate, and of course this goes 4th fastest. A mighty impressive effort from the Indonesian. Put that BMW 4th fastest. And at that time, I just cruise it home and for a few laps and then just pit. I think as for working with 10 laps, 11 laps to go on my end. Yeah, it's 11 laps to go. He approaches and no. Otong Shaikuding, who is NXF his co-driver for Nitrocheck competition, as he works his way side by side with the 47 down the carousel. He's not clear the 47, 11.1 second gap. So Tag Tie is starting to lose that gap a little bit.
Some nice drift of the chicane there for them. Are they gonna stay out again? Yes, they are. Yeah, so there's 10 laps to go in this race. He gets a little bit loose off the sausage curve, almost goes off track. Those barriers still grab you. So, those are brutal barriers. I actually flipped a car earlier, just accidentally hitting one on that turn, so. Ballsy moves by Tag Tie.
Yeah, I can imagine how scary that is to have a car upside down on the tire barrier. I'm fine to call that.
It happens. You get used to it.
Yeah. And of course, his personal fastest once again, 52.147. He's faster than the next front engine car, which is Gear M FX2, by not so much, almost few seconds from that's the end of BMW. So the BMW has a bit upper hand from the Aston Martin at the moment. And Attack Tie is just staying out this whole time. I wonder if he can. Wonder if he's just gonna stay up.
I got a little bit off foot there. I thought it was a car that was frozen on track. It was just.
I thought so. Yeah, Tony Rich. Yep, Tony Original. To move over now from the current race leader.
There's 27J closing on.
T7J still a pretty decent gap away from approach. He's holding P7 at the moment. And that car behind him is about 2 laps down from him. So T7J can just hold on. The any major challenge at all. And Attack has chosen to stay out again.
I wonder if it's possible to do a pit stop on the final lap. I don't know the rules of the series. No response.
You really can't do it on the final lap. But the gap has closed down to 9.6 seconds as he heads down the hairpin, trying to find his way back to the 41 Freedom Racing for a bit. T7J is just holding off so far with P7. And he's gonna go in. And he's gonna go in. Attack side. Oh, he hits the wall. As he hits the wall at the same mistake as Read the Manga Kids. This time he got the worst hit.
There's his teammate taking the lead. 99 RC.
So Team Faith has one car. There's one car in the pits, one car on the track. It's now 99 RC retakes the net lead. And Reed, the main kids, huge off at the final corner, trying to catch up. So an 11-second gap from the next car behind him. Ahead of him, rather. So Attack Ty has met his mandatory pit stop. And that means all the cars have met the mandatory pit stop.
And RC holding off a pretty good lead here. Probably will win uncontested.
Let's watch the gap. 8.9 seconds. So 9 in RC, unless something happens, might take the win here for the inaugural trophy. And Reed is got a decent gap from Attack Type, less than 4-second gap. So he's got still got a chance to get back on the podium. No, he was from that flip. So not a bad return there for Reed the Magnet Kids in the Nichibots McLaren. He definitely needs to be absolutely on the one to get back on the podium. But at the moment, 2 Filipino drivers are taking over the top 2, and Attack Thai, the only non-Filipino driver on the podium.
The 5 laps to go also, mind you, so this race is goes into its last few legs, a couple more times around here. Curious to see what this podium might be, because I think there might be something stirring up between Tacti and Oceana there. Podium race could be something that'll come up.
So your pole sitter for the trophy. He led the race for he's for 10 laps. Now he's in 3rd position. And Reed the Mega Kids, who was our longtime leader, had a flip that cost him a lot of time. So he definitely needs to come back.
Be very frustrating to dominate the race and miss out on that podium. I'm sure they want to at least get a podium out of this.
Yeah,
Tacti is just gonna run away with it. They've actually downed the gap a couple more seconds.
So the gap is extended just a bit. 3.7-second gap. As 99 RC side by side with the T7J to relap him. And then chicane, T7 gets a better run. So 99 didn't get the exit speed he needed for the chicane as he cuts the chicane at the final quarter to try to get past before he won.
We got 3 to go for our leader.
So 3 laps to go. So a decent gap from up close to SNGP. They're on the same lap. And up closest, the speed of the BMW might be able to reel in the back of the Aston Martin. And, huge. It's still got a huge gap though from the Aston Martin. As 99 RC relapped T7 Jake. Tech hits the wall at the exit of turn 4. Where is Reed the 9 Kids? He is. Yeah, it's still right there. 19.6-second gap. And should be less than 2 laps to go. So 99 RC has a 10.7-second gap. And Reed the Main Kids might miss out here. Let's see. It's a bigger gap now.
It might be within the realm of possibility for Estero to be overtaken by a tie by the end of this. All it just takes is a few bad laps here, and that could be potentially the chance for Ty to end up making an overtake.
Yep.
As this time by marks the white flag in the air for 99RC.
There go white flag for the trophy. And 99RC and 99RC has a pretty good race. And positive by some they need almost 11-second gap.
Attacked high into the wall in turn 1. This could be a tough one, but here to go around the carousel one last time.
99RC, who was a championship contender in season 8, was able, but ultimately failed to capitalize on the championship. But hopes in season 9 he will be back in contention as he reaches the final, as he gets to the final corner for the final time. And 99RC will take the sacrifice for the first time. He is the winner of the inaugural IMRP Trophy.
Now looking up for second place, it's between Estera and Ty. Ty's gonna cut the final turn, but Estera wins a tie in third with no really position gain, as Oceana makes it up in fourth place. Then you had T-Sound Jake finishing in 7th, 8th going to Otong, Tony in 9th, Gira finishes in 5th. Upcoast is now the last person to go across the line. And that's your race.
And Reed, the main pit's huge disappointment in return. He dominated the first half of the race, only for a flip to happen, and unfortunately could not recover from that. But a sign of relief from Gira as he pips the Gunther Motorsport BMW for 5th position. That was a pretty good. That was a race to remember for Gira. As Project NG for the first time finishes in the top 5 overall.
There's also a podium, by the way.
Yeah.
It's up there on, up here, over on the building.
Wait. Yeah.
It's right here.
Give me a second. Park for May.
Alright guys, Park for May is on the front stretch. Again, your finishing positions are, if they are unofficial, I guess, technically, 99RC99. Astera in 2nd place. 3rd place is going to be Attacked High. 4th place is going to be Oceana. 5th place is going to be Giram. 6th place will be Apikosis. 7th place is going to be T7 Shake. 8th place is Otong Shai Pudin. I probably butchered that. And 9th place is Tony Original. Great racing. Let's see what time it is.
Hopefully.
And J Visitors is, I believe, DNF, as well as Outright.
Alright, we're awaiting the top 3 here on the front straight.
I think it goes the other way.
Yeah. They'll approach like this, so.
Okay.
They'll approach this way.
Alright. Go Brainlet. If you guys are, like, again, if you guys want to do the podium, there's one here. It's got sparkling water. It's not, we don't have a champagne down here.
Yep. And here is your race winner. What do you mean hard? And it's Porsche domination, but not the way one wanted to. For the inaugural IMRP Trophy. I don't have a pre-cam, so you probably need to take a pic.
Oh wait, here I'll get the cam. All right. Here, I'll get the picture right now. Just line up. Just kind of adjust the shot a bit. You want a low angle or a high angle?
Low.
Low or just like head
Yeah.
level?
Head level.
5, 4, 2, 1. Get the screenshot. Alright. Good job, guys. That was a really good race there. I'll get the screenshot, I'll send it to you. Or I'll send it in one of the media channels here. IMRP video. IMRP photo and media. Yeah, that's our channel.
Alright, so we're about to approach the podium now. You're in on podium. Trying to bring in the top 3. Wait, let me check my notes.
Maybe you want to give him a checker flag because you can too. Just backspace. So when this into just get to
Yeah, give me a sec.
Yep. There's also trophies.
All right.
I'll send you guys the RBXM a little bit. Probably at the end of the weekend.
Oh yeah. 99 give the trophy. I mean the checker flag back.
Yeah,
Oh.
if they want their checker flag, they can too. It's
Yeah,
it's pretty basic, but
yeah. 99 RC has the checker flag, so
alright. Where is Ty?
he hasn't moved yet.
Oh.
We need the national anthem because I haven't played a national anthem in like so long.
We haven't had the American anthem play today. We didn't have an American win, but play the first few notes. I appreciate it.
A jungle bottle. Okay. What's this? Oh, Bangtan. Oh my Jesus Christ.
There's not an
Cool.
attention.
Philippine national anthem. Is there a Philippine national anthem that actually works at all?
On Roblox, I don't know, but
Yeah.
you have a music bot?
No.
Here, I'll play.
Oh wait, I think I do have a music bot. Yeah, I do have a music bot.
Here, I'll see if we find it.
I
Do you want instrumental?
yeah, instrumental works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just gotta pick it up and just gonna do it. Awesome. Cool.
What's the? All right. Alright, let me give me a second because I haven't played this bot in a very long time.
No issue.
So sorry for the small inconvenience.
No issue.
Oh my god. Okay. Alright, I got it. It's time to play the Philippine national anthem for the first time in over a year. Let me restart because oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to unmute the bot. So I have to restart the yeah, I have to restart. Okay, so before we end this, we need to We need to restart the national anthem.
I'll just I'll have it muted. I got on my stream thing. Wait, I'll finish up my stream here with commentary.
Alright. Alright. It's
Hey guys, thank you for coming around to watch this race. It's been a pretty fun event. Not sure how many people will ever watch this, but if you ever do intend to watch, this is IMRP, one of the biggest GT series on the platform. It's been an absolute pleasure having them today to race on track loans, and this marks a bit of history for us. And with that in mind, this starts off Sunday, so for those that want to watch the Sunday races, there is a bit of action today. 10 a.m. in a few hours, couple hours, about an hour and a half, we're going to be seeing GT1 cars circling around the track in style. And it's going to have a couple legend drivers, but also a couple regulars. Should be exciting. I think there's going to be a McLaren F1 there. And up next will be the Stadium SuperTrucks, or sorry, at 12. We'll do that in a second. 12 p.m. we'll be seeing Time Attack, and we've seen some blisteringly fast cars. It might be the fastest Time Attack event we ever will have. I don't know if we might have some more regulation after this one, but until then, this is the event for the glory. And so far, and we'll go show you what the current official record is, which has technically been broken. The official record was set by the Black Widow here with a 34.314. That is a time to beat. I can guarantee we're gonna get this beaten. We might even see sub 20s getting set. It's gonna be absolute insanity. Then at 1 p.m., I believe, or 1:30 or 2, something a little bit afterwards, we will be running the Stadium SuperTrucks on track, which will have ramps, jumps, and all this fun stuff. I do think I need to do a couple more setup on that event just to get like the schemes all done. And then finally closing off, it will be the longest race in the entire schedule for Tokyo development, an hour and a half long Grand Prix with Formula BMW cars. So that should be a pretty interesting event. We'll see you guys upon a later time, and that will finish off today. I think my voice is starting to die. So, till next time.
to you.